Sydney Sweeney's Strange Stories. You're about to enter a dimension, not only of sight and sound, but of celebrity, where spiders bite, soap sells out, and a pair of jeans nearly sparked the apocalypse. Welcome to the weird world of Sydney Sweeney. Chapter 1. The Fangs of Fear. It begins on the set of Anyone But You, a rom-com where the chemistry is hot, the setting is sunny, and the spiders are very, very real. For one scene, Sydney was asked to handle a huntsman spider. It's not poisonous, they told her, just enormous and angry. And of course, it's just a movie. Everybody's got everything under control, right? And her direction? Agitated. Make it look scary. She did what she was told, because that's what actors do. They take direction. Unfortunately, the spider also took direction and bit her, sinking its fangs right into famous flesh. The scream you hear on camera? Not acting. That was pure, unfiltered terror.
Got you? It actually got you?
Oh my! Hollywood wanted one of those meet cutes, but instead they got a creature feature. And I was totally planning on making a Spider-Woman joke here, but apparently I'm not the only one. As with all of my hilarious jokes, Fallon did it first. Kinda.
Sydney Sweeney, cast apartment, bitten by a spider, now Spider-Woman.
Chapter 2, The Bathwater Blues. In one of the strangest celebrity merch stunts in recent memory, Sydney Sweeney's bathwater was reportedly used in a line of luxury soaps. Her fans laughed, her critics cringed, and the internet, as always, lost its frickin' mind. Was this art? Was this exploitation? Or was it just a silly way to collab with Dr. Squatch?
Yeah, the star is teaming up with a soap brand to infuse what they're calling a touch of Sydney's bathtub drippings into bars of soap fans can buy.
I believe this whole thing started out as just a meme, an internet joke. But this young actress apparently has a sense of humor, and legend has it, this whole thing was her idea. The scent of the Sydney Sweeney soap has been described as, quote, refreshing notes of pine, Douglas fir, and earthly moss. Because of course it does. Suddenly, Sydney was synonymous with soap, and bathing itself became a form of performance art. Like a strange, celebrity-obsessed baptism. 5,000 bars were made, which immediately sold out, and are now available on eBay for $215. Sydney's Bathwater Bliss offered the world watered-down pieces of her, turned into commerce to cleanse us filthy peasants.
It's called Sydney's Bathwater Bliss. If that's your thing, that's your thing.
And her freaky fans from all over the world would lather themselves in her royal residue. Her fancy, famous filth. It was funny. It was strange. It was controversial because of sexism or something. And still, to this very day, somewhere out there is some freaky nerd scrubbing away the day's dirt, believing he somehow possesses poor Sydney inside a simple bar of soap. Like a strange ritual, worshipping at the shrine of Sweeney. This kinda sounds like something from a satanic horror movie. Hey, speaking of satanic horror movies, Chapter 3, Bones and Blood. Then came Immaculate, a film covered in Catholic imagery and bloody body horror. Sydney wasn't just starring in it, she produced it too. And this young filmmaker, well, she wanted authenticity. No comfortable green screen studio for her, which meant taking the production deep into real catacombs. What are catacombs, you ask? Well, it's basically a burial tunnel. A frickin' underground cemetery. So yeah, she was filming in a real location full of real fear, surrounded by real death, and haunted by real ghosts. And yes, ghosts are very real, by the way. And every time Sydney closed her eyes, she felt them watching. An unwanted audience streaming her soul, whose eyes rotted away centuries ago. Then she would hear strange voices echoing through the tunnel of terror. Did it come from a crew member? Was it just the wind? No, it was the catacombs themselves, whispering into her famous ear to break a leg. 'Cause ghosts are very real. Not to mention the freezing stone walls, breathing in the thick air which was contaminated with the dust of death, and gallons upon gallons of cold, sticky blood poured all over her body. It was corn syrup, fake movie blood, but still. The glamour of Hollywood faded fast in this place, in this living nightmare. And Sydney, she described the entire experience as terrifying. Which means, of course, the footage looks great, reminding us all that Hollywood horror doesn't always come from special effects. Sometimes it's built into the walls, allowing us to feel it in our bones, feel it in our blood, our DNA, our genes. Hey, speaking of genes, Chapter 4, The Racist Pants of Doom. Let us look at Sydney's campaign with American Eagle, which leaned into the pun, Great Genes, Great Genes. One spelled with a J and one spelled with a G. You get it. The internet immediately debated whether it was cheeky or cringy or downright problematic. Only in today's political climate could denim spark a moral panic. And only in Sydney's weird little world could a pair of jeans become tabloid fodder. So yeah, as you know, American Eagle, they launched a campaign featuring the actress with the slogan, Sydney Sweeney has great genes. Because she's objectively considered an attractive human being. And not because she supports the dark history of eugenics. It began as a simple and cute pun until it wasn't. Within minutes, social media users had declared it either racist or sexist or tone deaf or some new word yet to be invented by the internet outrage machine.
The internet blowing up yet again at the intersection of pop culture and politics, with heated responses from both sides to the ad and the controversy.
But Sydney, she smiled through it, because that's what professionals do. But yeah, somehow we managed to politicize pants, all because of words. Simple, innocent words. Great genes, get it? I get it, yeah. But language has power, and in the echo chamber of social media, words and their meanings often devour themselves. What was once clever becomes controversial.
The ad has remained in the headlines for a full week, now spawning seamlessly endless parodies.
Johns are passed down.
Personality and even eye color.
It was a mostly harmless scandal, but a handful did lash out and even yell at her on the streets.
Stop the ad! That is being racist!
Some even went so far to investigate her voting history to see which political party she supports.
Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican. I think her ad is fantastic.
But this event does serve as a reminder to this young Lotus, who happens to be white, that even fabric can become fabrications, and a slogan can rewrite your DNA.
Sydney Sweeney has great genes.
Epilogue. So what do we make of all this? The spiders, the soap, the spirits, the scandal? Maybe it's proof that weirdness isn't just a footnote in Hollywood. It's the main event. It is the only sideshow left in our politically correct world of freaks. Miss Sydney Sweeney is not simply another rising star. She's a living parable about how fame today is stranger than ever. And I have a feeling that this young lady is only getting started. And things are about to get even weirder. And maybe that's the secret in Hollywood. It's not the fame that defines you. It's the weirdness you endure, and the nightmares that you learn to turn into legend. Now, if you would excuse me, I really need a bath.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, please make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. Joe Blow was created by movie fans for movie fans, and we appreciate your support.